stray. It's got a stray one. Good evening. How the devil are we? Tickle me bum cheeks. Let's wait for a few of you lovelies to pop in. Good evening. Nice to see you. Actually, let's share this out. Actually, no, let's not worry. Luke Yallen. Hello, mate. How are you? You all right? Angie Davies. All right, sweetheart. How are you? Donna Proctor. Hello, Don. Luke Yallen says, I'm all good, thanks. Cheryl Kodja. Evening, great to catch you live. Thanks, Cheryl. Lovely to see you, darling. Carlos. Oi, oi. Louis Fandango. Sean Gooner. Hello, gorgeous. Lovely to see you. Parked up for the night now, so can chat. Oh, you parked up for the night. Lovely. Ian Sermon. When they have had enough, they will rebel. What a beautiful opening statement there, Ian. Passionate. I like it. And good, mate. Just finished work. So the Wicked Witch of the West says, unless you have a vaccine, you can't fly. Devilish, isn't it? There's always got to be a bargaining latch at all. Something, to lever you with. I want to go on holiday. Got to have a vaccine. It's disgusting. This whole system is absolutely disgusting. Anyway, so we had another little visit today from this company called Haste, the actual engineer that turned up the other day. I say Muslim man Sam, lovely fella, and he knew me mate Troy. It wasn't thing. It's a guy called Troy, a Jamaican guy called Troy, that imparts all this great knowledge, and that's who we knew. Not what did I say his other name? Well, not Trojan. Anyway, it's Troy. It's interesting, but the paper process that I've done, my bundle, which is all pretty much this lot. There's all my special delivery stuff to the Queen and Prime Minister and Priti Patel and Suella Braverman. They're going to get a bundle of that. I'm going to have it in my local court. So it's going to tell me whether what I've done works or it doesn't. It's all bad public pay freeze. Oh, it's terrible. We're all going to be eating gruel soon. We're all going to be carving each other up just to keep warm. We're going to be throwing each other on the fire soon. They're disgusting. It's a proper Hunger Games situation coming on, isn't it? You know what I mean? I'm not having it. No, we ain't having none of this Hunger Game business. So, FMR say, I'm going to show that one. By the way, we've got Google moderators now on this channel. Maybe because I'm getting a few more subscribers now. Google moderators. We have the Google moderators, the bots, the robots, the computers. Unbelievable. Auntie Mandy, hello, sweetheart. How are you? Working over Christmas. So do I get me 5 days? Well, you can't make it out. It's like doing the okie dokie now, isn't it? With all this, you're either in, you're out, you shake it all about, you do the okie dokie. You don't know what's going on. Started working on my E36 today. Oh, I've got an old black 1994, I do believe, or 2 black BMW M-Tech with a lot of M-Tech gear on it. It's a 325i. I've just started stripping it all out today. It's going to have a proper renovation, and it's going to be back out on the road next year. I am looking forward to that. So I've had a day working on that today. So I was having deliveries turn up for a job I'm waiting for. So I've got a full Ford Probe, 24 volt on an end plate. Ford Probe. What's a probe? Is that like when you go government and they stick things in you? They like to probe you, don't they? They can do one, Dave. Yes, go on, Donna. I'm loving it. Free Speech Warrior, good evening. Gavin Houston, hello, Gav. Lovely to see you. I hope you've all had your tea. You're not going hungry. You've had your dinner. Did you get any compensation from Toolstation? No, they've gone quiet on me. So I emailed Toolstation yesterday saying, right, enough time, too much leniency, given the fact that your man, bless his heart, has threatened me outside of work and within your place of business. I think it's time to pay out. I've already told them that whatever they pay out will be going to the homeless and to the local food banks. And if they choose not to, then I'll go ahead with a small claim within the small claims court, because, as you know, it is on the own government website. You cannot challenge people for not wearing a mask. Everyone's become a copper. You ain't got a mouth gone. Well, just so you have, you don't get the right to tell me what I can and can't do. Do you understand, Peach? We've got to have freedom. Don't get me wrong, I love people so much, I dare to care. That's about how it goes, we dare to care. It's savage what we're living in. We've all our families, all been segregated. This system is taken over every multifaceted part of our lives, and we've got to push back on this. It's getting out of hand. It's not good. They've become quite evil with it as well. Evening all, Hancock blaming Burnham. Andy Burnham, I do guess, and his stance in Manchester for the tier system. I know Priti Patel's been in the hot seat as well. I've just sent all my stuff to Priti Patel, but it don't matter because it was notice to agent, notice to principal, so I'm not too worried. The tier system that will lock us down after Christmas still playing pathetic politics. Look, listen, I've got some news. My neighbour is 84 years of age. And him and his wife, he popped in and seen me earlier because this guy keeps dropping this stuff in to the wrong letterbox. And I know this engineer's doing that for a reason. He's a good lad, this engineer. Trust me. Anyway, my neighbour put he said, I might need you soon. I said, what for? He said, I know you're the man of mystery and you do all your media business. I said, well, we have a go. He said, we're not paying the BBC licence. He said, we're not having it. They keep sending demands. He said, we are not paying, because I kept wondering why his gates weren't opening too often. And what he does, he creeps up behind his gates. He's got big double gates, and he creeps up behind them, and he just sees who's over the fence, whether or not he wants to talk to him or not. First line of defence, it's like a moat. Yeah, I might dig a moat out in front of my house actually, and put some wax stuff so I can pour wax over the ramparts, stop these buggers getting in. They're driving me mad, these corporations. They are. But anyway, he's turned around to me today. So I said, BBC TV, so just ring them up. Tell them you're not sponsoring paedophiles, and tell them that their denial of access to the property has been removed. It's as simple as that. To be honest, I'm probably going to do it for him. But he said, I am not paying the BBC. I'm like, wow. Now, my neighbour's he's minted, let me tell you. And for him and his wife to take this stance with regards to the BBC is monumental. A moat. I could live in a boat in your moat. Absolutely. You're a poet and you didn't know it. So it's monumental. He's going, no, I'm not having it. I'm not having these BBC thugs giving it all large. Fair play to him. Fair play. Saying, no, thank you, BBC. The British Buggering Corporation is going down fast. It's like a 747 with an engine out. It's at a nosedive. There's a guy that comes on here. I think he's an ex-BBC presenter, Alex Belfield. He's all right. He's a nice old boy. To be fair, he reckons he gets more views and more ratings a day than the BBC. Fantastic. It's social media's taken over, isn't it? Let's be honest. You all tune into this lovely social media platform. I love it. I just want my country to be free. I want the people to be free. I can't stand all this corporatism and the way they just think they own us all and own our property and can just come down whenever they feel like. I'll never forget my mate in Bristol year and a half ago. He built a very small side extension on the side of his house without getting planning permission, right? Oh, and I'm going to tell you another story as well in a second. And because he didn't have planning, someone's grassed him up, collaborators, government collaborators. That's all we have in this country now. People grassing on your neighbour to your council. You're just a government collaborator. Anyway, he got a visit from a guy from the council, and this guy, I presume, was ex-CID or something like that. He's got hold of my mate round the throat, telling him to take his rear extension down. And my mate said, and my mate does up some really wicked cars like Porsches. He does some good stuff. He said, if you don't take your hands off my throat, I'm going to fucking drop you. And the geezer was like, oh, I don't know if the geezer got the sack from the council. Maybe he did. Some sort of enforcement goon from the council had his hands round his throat. Who the fucking hell do these people think they are? Unbelievable. Anyway, I can talk about this story from next door. They know a family next door that have been farming for many years. And they do mainly pig farming, chickens, and made a fortune. They really did. Now, a couple of years ago, 5 years, whatever, I'm not too sure the time period, they started employing people from Lithuania and all these other places, Poland and Bulgaria, that wanted to come over here and, you know, have a few quid and send it home, so they could give their family some sauerkraut. I'm not too sure what goes on in them circles. I'm not part of it, but that's what they did. Anyway, some ringleader of this group tried to do them for human trafficking, and apparently this guy's committed suicide. But what happened was the British establishment shut them down, took their livelihood, took their house. It's cost this family that have been ruined. The police, the way they handled the 12-year-old daughter was obscene. Kent police were obscene to this 12-year-old girl. Lord knows what she must think about the police farce. She must hate them. They took it all. But a few months ago, they got found not guilty. No one's hands were forced. No one was tied up. No one was made to work. They were trying to do them for human slavery, trafficking. And guess what? They've been found not guilty. So I think the state is going to be paying out big time. Yeah. I really do think the state's going to be paying out big time. But they've took off this family a massive house, loads of cash through the legal system. We know that prostitutes, solicitors are prostitutes. We know that barristers are prostitutes. Certainly not working for you. I would love to see the whole system overhauled. I would love it to be thrown into the abyss. I really would. I just think we need to get back to the rule of law. I'm sick of this legal system. The things that they're passing now and the things that they're doing to people has gone beyond. It's gone beyond wicked. And I think we just have to call time on it. I really hope that we do. I hope I play part in a New England, Ireland and Scotland and Wales. I really do hope that I get to play a part in making us great again. I really do. I hope I do. I hope I live to see the day that you all liberate yourselves and find freedom. True, honest freedom, dominion, the rule of law. Man, what a day that would be. That would be fantastic. He worked for the BBC where he was bullied for years. He was talking about Alex Belfield. He's a good man, isn't he? Alex reported Question Time down to 600k viewers, their flagship political programme. What a joke they are. Will Smith, love it to see you. Donna Proctor, it made me laugh. People fed up of the fixed audience. He's getting his revenge now. Yeah, he's good. Alex Belfield he's good. He's pulling it. He's not pulling his punches either. We will all be free soon. 3D to 5D. Boom. Yeah, maybe. I can feel it coming. I can feel something's out there. But tonight again, you know, my mates, are you coming on golf tour next year? Well, yes, I will, providing that people are flying. But I'm not prepared to have a COVID vaccine just so that I can travel the world and go and see places. I would rather not bother. We all got choices, right? We all got choices. You know, I'm not having the devil say, you can go on holiday, but you got to have a jab. Fuck that shit. Sorry, I'm not having it. And listen, all these big corporations, I've been listening to the radio today while I've been working on my E36. All these big corporations are really catching a cold. Like you wouldn't believe. All these big firms and big business that want to make us suck their dicks. They're catching big colds, people. Let me tell you, because when it all comes down to it, it's the top first before it's the lower levels. Let me tell you, these massive big corporations are taking a hammering right now, and it is what it is. I mean, I don't know what the fallout and what the outcome of all this is, but when we actually sit and analyse the amount of food supply companies that have gone into administration and shut down already, OMG, let me tell you, there has got to be a fallout. There has got to be food shortages. I can't see it not being some food shortages. And so I hope a lot of you are prepared for what's coming. Dave, you're a man after my own heart. Billy Thompson, hello, gorgeous. Love it to see you. Do you like my new top? It's my Adidas top. My mate round the corner, Mikey, bought it for me because I'm helping him out with a bit of paperwork. And it was very lovely. I said to him, are you sure? He said, yeah. He said, I want you to have it. So I thought I'd wear it on here tonight as a homage to how great he is. He's asked me to go on Saturday. I feel like Dave Allen sometimes. I feel like I'm just sat. All I need is a cigarette and a scotch. I'm in my chair, man, talking to me people, and I don't have no airs and graces. This is just how we are, you know. We are what we are. But I just care for people, and I hate seeing people bullied, have their kids taken, their homes taken, their cars taken. For what? Who's benefiting? Well, we know who's benefiting from it all. The Rothschilds, the Crown so-called corporation, which is a dead, lifeless, narcissistical, sucking. Oh, I hate it. I really detest it. It is the devil's work. Hi, Dave Bramblebeat from Canada. Hello, Gorge. Lovely to see you. False recession, false starvation. EU paid farmers not to grow for. I mean, we've had farmers in this country sat on land, sitting at home, picking their nose, watching their flat screens when they could be rotating the crops. Why, oh why, Delilah, did we not, when we knew that we was leaving this so-called European project, which is a laugh anyway, he gave up smoking, and the first thing he noticed was the smell of shit. Is that true? I used to love Dave Allen. Dave Allen used to make me smile. And here's a twist. We had all the lefties years ago. Oh no, we're getting rid of spitting image. It's so, you know, it's so derogatory, man. And all these lefties, they just do my head in. But now spitting image is back. It's like, whoa, what happened now? I never really liked it back in the day, but I'm glad it's back because it's controversial. So yeah, I used to love Dave Allen. I did. Yeah, we got to change our ways, man. We have. I can't even remember. What was I just talking about? I was talking about Saturday. Yeah. So I don't know what's going on. Apparently, there's people turning out left, right, and centre. But like I said earlier, you know, we have to have direction. We have to have focus. We have to go with intent. We have to go and do a job, right? Yeah. When I go out to people's homes and I fit bathrooms and boilers and whatever, ball valves, I'll go with intent. I'll go with a task and with an end result, and to make sure everyone's happy and that everything's working again, you know. And whilst I applaud people for taking the time out and making their presence known, which is wonderful, and that I fail to see what the achievements are when everyone goes home. Nothing's achieved. It's quite astonishing, really, that everyone's up in arms, but no one's coming together. No one's got the let's just all come together, right? Let's just all sort this mess out. We just hold our politicians to account. We bring them back to the rule of law, and we stand the men with machine guns down. Simple, right? It's not hard. 500,000 people should do the trick. So once that happens and it starts all formulating and people can get over their egos and stop fighting for positions and all that, and, you know, having their nose put out of joint because someone's a little bit more popular than them, we might actually just get somewhere. But until then, we'll have to wait and see. I'm not bothered about money. Just want to see people happy. Absolutely right, Ange. I agree. It's gone beyond a joke. There's so many people now struggling because they're a bit scared to go out. You know, I'm working on my E36 earlier, and I thought I'd best go out to the shop get some milk. And I'm thinking, I've got some rescue milk indoors. You know, the old long life stuff. I thought I'll use that because it's all kicking off. You know, and I won't wear a mask. And I know people are in there. No one's ever tutted at me. Not locally anyway, but I'm probably waiting for that day to happen. And what bothers me is there's got to be, right, I'm quite a strong individual. I'm not phased too easily. There has to be lots and lots of people in this country that won't wear a mask, that are actually too scared to go out through fear of retribution from the maskers, that they're going without. And then that really bothers me. Really, really bothers me that timid, frail people, elderly, young alike, disabled, are probably going without right now because they won't bow down and suck this corporate dick. That's savage. How many people are dying from not getting operations? How many people are not getting their cancer treatments? How many people are not getting their diabetes treatments? How many people ring the doctors now? Apparently, I see a photo the other day of women booking up their next year's gynecological appointments and they're bending over top screen. I can see that happening. I can see that happening. Oh, we've got a lost connection. We're back. We had a little freeze up there. So yeah, the girls are going to have to get their badges out on their computer screens and just zoom their doctor. And your only hope is that he's not sharing that screen with anybody else. Yeah. It's unbelievable. Only a few places to shop where I live. Already been told they won't serve me for not buying a mask. I'm down to one shop. So people are going to have to start going without. This is all about sucking the corporate dick. This is all about the devil's work. You will obey. You must obey. Fucking I ain't never obeying. Sweet Jesus, I am never obeying this system. I'm respectful of people. All right, of course I am. I'm not going to go up and French kiss them. I'll give them their 2 minute space or whatever they want. It's just a joke. Can you imagine the amount of people sat at home now struggling, suffering, that have lost their jobs, lost their businesses? There's family businesses that have been going for long times, probably gone to the wall. Probably can't survive. Hairdressers can't survive. We got Met. I think Met is quite local to me, actually. I'd love to catch up with him at some point. All so that it makes the people that wear masks feel better. Fucking hell. We're a sad country, ladies and gentlemen. Don't think we'd ever win a war, to be honest with you, not now. If you ever kicked off proper big time. I don't get asked now. I will never wear a mask. Go on, Ange. Loving it. I'm trying hard not to wear a mask. Yeah, I won't wear one. No, I won't. Dave, to be honest, more surviving by not having chemo and radiation. They just don't know it. I get that. I do get that. What he gives with one, he takes with the other, eh? So you won't be able to fly on all these airlines unless you've had the COVID jab. There's lots of things with this COVID jab saying that it's going to increase your risk of catching HIV. It's a botched thing. Personally, we're still in 2020, and this country in March descended into chaos through the mainstream media. It's the only thing that made this country go into chaos is the mainstream media. Everyone's ability to watch a TV screen and listen with their ears. And with what goes in here, they've scrambled it up in these pieces. The only thing that's made this go this way is the media. Never before have we seen this. Yeah, we've had radio sets, but media and information took time to get around, right? It's just unbelievable. And it's, we're not even got the end of the year and they've now got a miracle vaccine. But what happens when this thing mutates? What happens when the strain of the virus changes and mutates into something else? Do you have to have another vaccine then? As I said before tonight, we've all had plenty of vaccines over the years. That's probably why half my brain's dead. We've had the TB, we've had this jab, we've had that jab, we've had the one for this, we've had the one for that. And I do get maybe some are needed. But what I would rather see is a system that has antidotes to things should you fall ill of a thing. That would be like a snake bite. I was out wearing my shorts once in the bush in Africa, and it was hanging low and I got bit on the end of it by a snake. I needed anti-venom. That's how we should have our system. If you catch polio, there should be an anti-vax. There should be something you can take a bit like that. But we're all pumped full of this stuff. And everyone still dies each year of the flu. They're all having the flu vaccine. Everyone still dies of tuberculosis. People still dying of shingles. These things have not been eradicated since vaccinations have been in. TB still pretty rife. So it proves that vaccines don't work, right? Because if they did work, TB would be eradicated, AIDS would be eradicated, HIV would be eradicated, right? If the vaccines worked and they did their job, you wouldn't get these issues. They'd be eradicated. And we know that vaccines have caused Alzheimer's, autism, Asperger's, all these labels that the system loves, all vaccine damage, starting off with thalidomide back in the 50s and 60s. No one had seen it before, but they were taking a certain drug and a vaccine, and it was called spina bifida and thalidomide, and it was and the drug was called something like thalidomide or so. I can't remember. It was a long time ago. So vaccines don't generally work, people. People still die of these things. It's not really working. So people are going to go out and have the COVID vaccine, which is, to my mind, is not tested properly. It's a rushed, botched thing. Millions and millions of batches. The doctors are not going to be able to keep up. Personally, it could be a depopulation program. Maybe that's me thinking a little bit too far ahead, but it could be. It could be part of the Agenda 21. If you don't know about Agenda 21, maybe go and have a look into it. The Georgia Guidestones, ladies and gentlemen. Humanity in 2050 will be at 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Maybe this is a sorting of the wheat and the chaff. Who knows? I don't know. Nothing will get this vaccine out of your avatar. No. Major lovely chat. Sam Carno. All right, son. How you getting on? Lovely to see you. Thanks for tuning in. Paulie R. Hello, Smash. I'm Ben Dow. Lovely to see you. Parliament are exempt from vaccines. I wonder why. So, yeah, I'm happy. Like I said to all my mates in the golf chat, I said, you all having this vaccine then? They said, yeah, sweet stick. I'm going to sit back and see how you all react to it. And if none of you have a bad reaction, who knows? You never know, do you? UFOs created the Georgia Guidestones. I'm not sure about that. I think it was an artist. There was an artist that created all them back in the 70s, wasn't it? Sam Carno, thanks for tuning in, brother. Nice to see you live even. Yes, we're live right now, Sam. We are. As we speak, you are in the room. And thank you so much for joining. I had a rabies jab in India after a dog bit me, but I'm not taking the vax for a winter virus with a 99.97% survival rate. Loads of NHS workers saying no chance as well. I know. Listen, it's time for the people in the NHS to sing. It's time for the nurses and the doctors to come out and start singing. Because if enough of you come out and do it, job done. I'm not suggesting that things ain't happening. I'm not suggesting that people aren't getting ill. They are. They are. People are getting ill every single day. People die of viruses every single day. People die of pneumonia every single day. We're never going to change that. That's just the way the world works. But my concern is, why have we hyper sensationalized this one? And the answer I get back is, well, it's a particularly nasty thing. All illness, all viruses, all disease are a particular nasty thing. But we haven't singled them all out. Let's be measured. Let's have a measure across everything. If we're going to call COVID out as being a deadly killer, let's call the flu out as being a deadly killer, because it is. And heart attacks is a deadly killer. Heart disease is a deadly killer. Cancer is a deadly killer. Shingles is a deadly killer. Tuberculosis is nasty. There is no particularly nice way to die unless you're on the job or dying in your sleep. There's no nice way, is there? But there's no measure, and it's all sensationalized. This is the thing that was bothering me. And everyone's attacking one another. Everyone that's out there wearing a mask, they feel like they've got a silver badge on their chest now, and they have a right to go around and shout and scream at everyone that actually doesn't want to wear one. We're all part of the same race, people. We're all part of the same family. Let's start acting that way. Viruses do not kill. In Mayo, says the Webster report. Hello, gorgeous. Love it to see you. GMO, genetically modified organisms. I see an ad on the telly. People raising money for cancer research, because all you get on the news now is adverts. They're trying to raise money for this, that, the other. It's all pulling on your heartstrings, and it's begging, really. And it's a form of begging. But they're saying, 1 in 2 now get cancer. 1 in 2. 1 in 2. Do the odds. Do the math. You got a 1 in 2 chance of getting through this life now without cancer. Now, 50 years ago, it was 1 in 50. 1 in 27. 50 years ago, it was 1 in 27 people got cancer. Do the math. So it's something that we're doing. It's something that's either in the food chain, in the water supply, in the aerosols that they spray in the sky, or in the vaccinations that's making our immune system shot. And every time you have a vaccine, every time you have an antibiotic, it shoots your immune system. Your immune system can't cope. You need a good immunity. How's Trump getting on? I'm hearing he's knocking it out of the park. Mixed media coming in on that front, to be fair, Gavin. There's a lot of people saying that Trump is now yielded and he's making way for Biden to take over. And then I'm hearing that other things. So I don't know. I know that Facebook is FUBAR right now. And I know that there's a lot of people that have got on the conspiracy bandwagon that even I'm going, really? No way. Nah. So it's just all gone mad. Hospital is a deadly killer. Yeah, I mean, my nan, bless her heart, she's passed away now, but she fell over. My granddad and my nan went down to Eastbourne years ago. They used to love going to Eastbourne for a week or two, and she fell over and broke her hip, and she ended up in Eastbourne Hospital. So I flew down there to see her, and she's got MRSA. You know, she's only been in there a minute, and there was nothing of her anyway. And I'm in there, and she's thrown up into this hat, and them little cardboard Charlie Chaplin bowls they give you, and I'm like, oh my good God, unbelievable. I actually think hospitals are quite a dirty place nowadays, to be fair. And I will try. I mean, I've had my Iron Ben Dale's just put up here today. Vitamin D3, I've taken that today. I've not come out with that. 5B5, I've not come out with that. Advert for Michael J. Fox disease is just too much information. They put so much information in 30 seconds. It was ridiculous. I had to switch it off the TV. I mean, I don't watch the telly really. I can't be doing with none of that nonsense. But I'm so chuffed that my 83-year-old neighbour has told the BBC where to go. I tell you, I am well impressed, because he's Middle England. He's Upper England, in fairness. The man owns acres and acres and acres of land. They're a very wealthy family. They've worked hard for it. And him and his wife have both sat there and said, no, we're not sponsoring this no more. I can't get over that. That has just blown me away. And he said to me earlier, how do I deal with it? I said, it's easy. BBC is the easiest institution in the world to kick in the knackers. They've got no power whatsoever. And have we go to 1 in 2 after raising all that money? And everyone's running, they're all shaving their hair, but none of them are looking at their diets or their habits. And, I'm very blessed to have a fantastic group on Facebook called Super Juice Me. And the testimonies in there from people that have done 26-day juicing fasts and just doing juicing in general and intermittent fasting is amazing. The transformations within people is just off the charts. It's really good to see. So people are waking up. They really are. Dave, did you see the bot on your channel, Dave? No, I haven't yet, Trev. But it's quiet tonight, isn't it? David Stanley, hello, son. How are we doing? We have a beautiful country. So when people don't go abroad due to vaccination, or our economy will thrive. Yeah, listen, I'm not bothered whether I'll go on this golf tour or not. I'd like to go. But if it's a choice of dealing with the devil of you will have a vaccine and I will let you go, I'm going to deny that motherfucker a lifeline. I'm saying, I'm happy here. Don't worry about it. I'm fine. I will have a vaccine if it's my wish. I won't be forced into it by any corporation. Any corporation. These airlines, what are they? Just corporations. It's fucking disgusting. Excuse my friend. It's disgusting. Hope you're buzzing, bro, Lauren. I'm all good, my man. I got to work on an egg. Socially distanced, of course. I go to work on an egg. Eggs are really good for you. My good God. I reckon that an egg is the number one superfood. I truthfully believe it has got to be up there. It has every vitamin on the spectrum. It has folic acid in it. It is a super boosting thing. And you can also keep the shells, grind them up, and chuck them in your smoothies. Fantastic for calcium. That was Parkinson's disease. And they're making money. They've been swindling us for years. You know, and most people can't see it. They're too numb. Too numb. Everyone's, oh no, listen to me, Matt. Well, they're just too numb. They can't bring themselves to face. It's like going over a wall. It's like going over a precipice. If Boris Johnson come on the telly today and said, right, you're all wearing your masks. Tomorrow I want you to walk in the shops with your pants pulled down and your gonads swinging around like a trooper. That's what everyone would be doing. You'd be in Lidl's going, oh, you you in the freezer department? Where they gone? They've swollen out. They're gone. Look at them. Look, where are they? They're like marbles. Yeah, everyone would do it. Everyone would do it. Don't matter what Boris Johnson comes out with. Yeah, if he come out tonight and said, listen on the BBC News at 10 o'clock, it is okay from tomorrow to paedophile children. Everyone will go, oh, that's acceptable now. Yeah, do you want to question it? No, Boris has said it's all right. I'm like, fuck a duck. Unbelievable. Dean, I'm sure. All right, Gonge. Did you see your comments about the lady who defunded BBC? Have a look at it. No, I don't know. Oh, have they, as the Google bot deleted the comments in? I have hot milk and honey in the morning. God bless you. Chuck a bit of turmeric in there. Turmeric milk. Oh, my God, it's so good for you. GC Math. GC Math is good. Yes, the 1939 Cancer Act stops them. There is an Act of Parliament, the 1939 Cancer Act, that forbids a cure for cancer. But when we look at the word cure, it means to preserve. I know. It's tough, isn't it? That it is Auntie Mandy, says Donna Proctor. Don, are you all pulled up? Have you got a little eater in your cab? Actually, it's quite a mild night tonight, isn't it? You're having a nice time. We're going to watch after me then. Bit of EastEnders or something. Can you use crushed eggshells in your garden soil as well? Really good for plants. Yeah, big time. Viral diseases of pathogens. Look, we live in you've all got up in the morning and fluffed your pants up in the your duvet and it's coming through the sunlight. You've seen all them particles flying around the air. Fuck me. You imagine how many of them you're breathing in on a daily basis. You've all done it. When the sun shines through that little pane glass window and you see it, there's particles. You can't. What can you do, man? It's unbelievable. But if you've got a good immune system, your body can deal with stuff. Like when people have cancer treatment, radiotherapy, it makes them neutropenic, which means that they're very susceptible to infection because their immune system is at a 0. Now, I must admit, I'm 53 years of age, and last year, before I disappear, because we're at 38 minutes already, people, I said to my missus, I'm just going to go and lock the office off. Lock the office up. And I'm here chatting with you, lovely lot. Last year, my brain said to me, I was sleeping in the afternoon a couple of times a week. I'd just feel completely drained. I'd have to have a kip, 40 minutes, an hour. I'd wake up sometimes and feel great. Other times I feel, get that groggy feeling. And when we was away that year, we was abroad, and one of my mates, Dean Jackson, love him to pieces, good Kent lad. He's very muscly. He does bodybuilding. Got a super physique. He's a very good looking boy. Got to be honest with you. I said to him, does it give you energy? He went, yeah. So I thought, right, I'm going to buy a multi-gym. So I bought a multi-gym behind. You can see the multi-gym. Yeah, and I got my bike and I got my boxing bag, which I've named Boris. Boris behind us there. He needs a bit of stuffing, to be fair. I've given him such a knock-in. I've got to pack it out a bit more. It's getting a bit saggy round the middle. But I started February time. Yeah, pumping weights, keeping fit, leg presses, all that sort of stuff. And this year, I've had 2 very light naps early on. Now, I do not feel the need to sleep at all in the afternoon. And My body's now getting used to the fact that I do work out, and I get grumpy when I don't do it. It's fantastic. And my energy levels have gone up there. I mean, I struggle sleeping at night now. I'm laying in bed some nights going, blimey, why can't I get to sleep? So it's made such a difference to me. And they're shutting all the gyms down, and they don't want people out exercising. God forbid. It's the best thing in the world for you. A walk, a cycle, a run, a jog, going and seeing people and having a cup of tea. They're trying to take our humanity away, people. They're trying to make us cyborgs. Fuck them. They're not going to win. We are going to win. Trust me, we are. Free weights are better. I've got dumbbells and all that stuff. Yeah. Your tea will be in the dog, so I'll cook dinner. We've already had that. Sugar is the worst. Cut it out. Exactly. Angie Davies, they should say 3 days off sick. Sugar is an addictive drug. It is. Yes, but toxic. Chemical liquor world. Yeah. Oh, well, we are the power, says Angie. We are, Ange. That we are. I finished my paperwork process, by the way, Princess. I sent off yesterday my default notice, and yeah, I'm done. My 8 weeks paper process is done, and I'm so glad that I've done it. There are lots of cancer cures. A man cured prostate cancer on 40 apricot kernels a day. In 7 months, no other meds, just good diet, no sugar, cancer. Wow, Auntie Manny, that's amazing. By the way, I love your Twitter. Free of toxic Carol, I need more exercise. Yeah, sex is the best exercise, best thing at burning calories. But if that won't do, just exercise. You know, not too much cardio, but just a bit of weights. You'll be surprised at, because men, we're supposed to be cavemen. We're supposed to work hard. We're supposed to exercise. We're supposed to be chipping holes in caves and doing all sorts. We've come into a world where we don't really do that, and I feel absolutely amazing. I've got to be honest with you. I feel really good. This time of year, I'm normally lethargic, don't want to do nothing, grumpy. I tell you, I've got the joys of spring in me. Makes me fancy a kebab. Exercise, so I avoid it. Oh, well, nothing wrong with a kebab now and again, is there? I'm off till Tuesday. Fancy a convo, bro, on a Webster report. Yeah, let's get it on. Skipping and swimming. Yeah, fantastic. Karen Campbell, you're right. I cut out sugar last year. Feel much better for it. Yeah, you do. Lost weight and now eat nuts, etc. Yeah. Natural sugars is better than refined sugars. Oh, excuse me. And if you can't cut out sugar, try brown. Brown's not refined, is it? It's supposed to be a bit better for you, a bit sort of more natural. You know, I like natural women. You can make your own mind out of where that one's going. We get addicted to the chemicals our brains release while searching for comfort. Can even get everyone's got mental health. You know, I'm not surprised with the fucking system we live in. We're going to take your kids, we're going to take your car, we're going to take your house. Because we don't have dominion over our property, we're all fucking schizo. You know? Letters coming through the post. Oh, we're going to come and turn the gas and electric. Fuck off. I've had enough of this bullshit. Let's do something for our people so that they can live in freedom. Let the system worry about all the bills and the debts. Fuck's sake. Come on, people. We were put here for better things. We weren't put here to be slaves, man. We certainly weren't. Anyway, I'm going. I'm going to lock my office up now. I'm going in. Sit with the missus. Otherwise, she think I don't love her. Love every single one of you. Keep sharing. Keep posting. Keep doing what you've got to do. But remember, we will win because the truth always does. Remember that. You can't suppress the truth. And God bless Alex Belfield and all these other great people that are daring to get the message out there. You've got no idea how wonderful you are and how crucial you are. You all are right now. I'll bow to every single one of you. Keep your egos in check. Keep it real on the street. And I'll see you again very soon. Take care.